Hi everyone, this is Debbie with Debbie's Creative Cards and Things, and I am a new independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to show you how I made this watercolor butterfly wing card. So let me start out by showing you some of the stamp sets that I used. The Fabulous 4, which is retired, but of course you can use any stamp set you want by Stampin' Up! Or anyone else, and the Watercolor Wings with the Bold Butterfly Framelits. I'm also going to use a piece of gold Glimmer paper, a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I'm using a piece of Playful Palette Designer Series paper stack. And here is the stack with these beautiful just watercolor marks all over it. It's just very pretty. And that's the one we're going to use, the polka dot one. And I'm also using a piece of Sweet Sugarplum cardstock, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to, as the base, we're going to use the thick Whisper White cardstock, which is 8.5 by 11 paper cut in half, and then we score it to make an A2 card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're also going to use the gold metallic thread later on. We're using embossing powder, the gold one, and so we're going to start out by stamping with the E block, with the clear block E, the Stampin' Up! Cells with the base part of the butterfly. And we're going to use the Sweet Sugarplum right there ink pad. There we go. I got some on my fingers as usual. And this Sweet Sugarplum is one of the new ink colors by Stampin' Up! And so we're going to give it a good stamp here. Just press down because it is a big stamp relatively, and that's beautiful. And it's supposed to look like that with the white spaces because it's supposed to look watercolored. So now we're going to do the outer part of the butterfly, and we're going to stamp that with the emerald green, which is also another in color for Stampin' Up! And then now we are going to do the embossing. So first we're going to stamp it with the Versamark stamp pad, and we're going to give it a generous stamp because we want it to really get in there. Give it a good stamp there. And sometimes I turn it over and I just go at it again. And this table is shaking because I'm stamping it good. And now we're gonna just stamp it real good. I'm gonna get out some computer paper and we're going to sprinkle the gold embossing powder all over it generously. And nothing's gonna go to waste because we're gonna get that right back in the bottle there. There we go. We just get the excess off. Put it back in the container, seal it up. Get your tweezers to hold the paper so that you don't burn yourself with the heat gun. And give it a good heat in there. And you'll start to see that the gold will start to show forth on the paper. So pretty. Now I'm going to get out my Big Shot here, and Stampin' Up! Sells a Big Shot. This is not the one I got for Stampin' Up! This one I had before, but they sell Big Shot, and you can also get that through my website at deborahdanville.stampinout.net. So we just cut out the butterfly. Now we're going to cut out the inner part with the gold Glimmer paper. And normally I like to spread it out because you don't want to stamp it in the same spot all the time. cut it in the same spot all the time, because you'll ruin your pads there. So you just want to spread it out. So now I'm taking my little pokey thing here and I'm getting that out right now, all the excess. And I forgot to do the body of the butterfly, so now I'm doing that. So I want that to be embossed. We're going to get some more embossing powder on there real good, so it can show forth. And then we're going to hit it with the heat tool again and get it real good. Now we're going to stamp our sentiment on the card. Thanks very much. This is for a couple, friend of mine. I'm sending them this card. So now it's time to assemble and get our Playful palette strip here. Paper from our Playful palette stack. And we're going to put some snail adhesive on the back of it and adhere it to the basic middle part, just a little bit above, because we're going to get a ribbon on there, and we're going to use the new Rouge Ribbon Sweet Sugar Plum color. And yes, that's the same color as the cardstock there. Now we're just going to wrap that around. First I'm going to snip this little piece right over here. Make sure I get that off. Wrap it around and get some tape on the back to adhere it. And then flip over, straighten that out a bit, make sure it's nice and straight. And I'm gonna venture and see if I'm gonna make a bow and make it prettier. Snip it off there and just tie it real quick. Okay, so I think I got it here. So I'm going to make it nice and tight so it doesn't come off. Now we're going to snip the ends at an angle. And now we're going to attach it to the base, the thick Whisper White cardstock. And put some more snail adhesive on it. There we go. Rub that in. And now we're going to get the gold metallic thread. Wrap that around about 3 fingers and just stretch out your fingers because we want it to really show through. A couple of times around. And then we're going to get some glue dots. Stampin' Up! Sells at 2. And all of these items that I'm using to make this card will be on my website at Debbie's Creative Cards and Things. So if you ever want to order anything, you can just, to find out what I use, you can just go to my website at Debbie's Creative Cards and Things and then go and order it through deborahdanville.stampinup.net. And so we're going to attach more glue dots to attach the inner part of this butterfly. So pretty. And now we're going to attach some more glue dots so we can attach it to our card. And I'm just going to get another one on there. Yeah, just to make sure it doesn't come apart. Okay, so we're going to attach it. Really pretty. Just get this thread nice and straightened. And there we go. And that is my card. And that's how I created this card. Only difference is I used a different Playful palette. That's it. Just a different Playful palette. But it's still just as beautiful. So guys, thank you for stopping by. And if you have any questions, you can email me at debbyscreativecardsandthings@gmail.com or visit my website at debbyscreativecardsandthings.com. There we go. And don't forget, if you would like to order anything, visit deborahdanville.stampinup.net. Bye.